Hi, this is Kamalia Rahman, and today I'm going to demonstrate about fifth experiment of web technology, that is JavaScript DOM elements and events. So DOM elements is the document object model. It's an API for valid HTML and well-formed XML documents, and with it some event handlings are there. So what are the events? Events are things that happen to HTML elements. For suppose if we click mouse or hover the mouse or key down and key on load, few events that occurs, those are called events. So here I have few of the programs. The first one is to write a function that accepts a string as a parameter and find the longest word. So for that I have the code here. So in this HTML I have a script, and in the main body I am entering my text in the text id called text box, and then I have a button which where I have on click function. So in this on click function, this is defined here. So here I am taking the value from the text box by document or get element by id, and this value is splitted by using string dot split function, and then one for loop is generated. So the for loop goes like this: if array of I dot length is greater than the length, then the long string, this variable will store the array value having the longest string. So when I run this, I get something like this. Here, enter your string. So when I'm entering a string, the longest string it is displaying. And the next one I have is a BMI calculator. So here I have the code. So to calculate BMI, so this is how my page is looking like. So I'll get value from the text box. Here I have text box to get height and weight, then to display the BMI and what does it mean, and then I have some reset button. Now on click of the calculate BMI, I have calculate BMI function. So here I define the function inside my script. So I get weight and height value from text box by using document dot weight, and then I compare. If weight and height is greater than 0, then final BMI is weight divided by height divided by 100 into height divided by 100. So this is the BMI is calculated, and the conditions are there. If this condition occurs, then it will display this statement and so on. So once we are done, suppose 54,145 in centimeter, so calculate BMI. It will show like this. The next one I have is to design rectangular flower beds. So this is quite interesting. So here I have the outputs like this. So I have to specify rows and columns according to that. The picture of the flowers will be there. So in the main in the script I have the function called grow function, and the main body I have this flower garden. So a button on click grow, it will display the grow function, and here I get input of rows and columns. So the grow function has the picture of the flowers, and here I have a random function, so it will randomly give me some value. So rows is equal to parse int of get element by id rows dot value. We're converting it into the integer value of rows and columns, and as I generate the for loop, it will give me any image based on this. So flower equal to math dot floor of math random function. So here in garden ID. So here divide the garden. So in this div tag, it will display me the image of the flower. So when I do this, suppose I'm giving 3 rows and 4 columns, plant garden, it will display me like that, 3 rows and 4 columns. So the next one I have is head or tail. So here I have, so here also I have to generate event. So when I click on so this is my page. Yeah, so when I click on this flip, the image will change, and it will count how what is the output, that is how many heads are there and how many tails are there. So to do that, I have written the JavaScript. So here I'm taking so in this main part of the program, I have my image and I have a button called flip, and here as I click, it will display. So document.getElement by id, add event listener, click and flip function. So this is how adding event listener, this add event listener, when I click this click, so it will perform this function called flip function. So what is this flip function? Here I have math.floor math.random function into 2 plus 1, since I have two values of head and tail. So if number is 1, then it will be counting head, and if the number is 2, then it will calculate as tail. So this will give me a value in 1 or 2. So then I will display the number of head and number of tails. When I do this flip, so here it is tail, so one tail is counted, then again one tail, then this is head, so one head is counted. So it goes on like this. And the next one I have a pizza order form, to create a pizza order form. So here I have the code. So in pizza order form, what I have is I have to order the number of pizzas, and they have some specific rate, then they have a tip, and according to that I have to calculate the order. So here in the main part, I create a form where I get the value of number of small, medium and large pizzas, and then I have radio button for the amount of tip. So the first radio button has the amount of tip as 10%, then 15 and 20%. Then I have the calculate order function. So this button on click calculate function. So this calculate order function will be generated on the click of my button. So here is my function. So I'm getting the value from the text box as document.getElement by id, then the name of my text box. Similarly, I calculate the price as small, the rate is 100, for the medium is 200 and large is 400, and then I add the tax. So tax is this price into 0.09, that is 9%, and then the new tax. So once I have done this, I will display my price in this part called the price. So document.getElement by id price.inner html is equal to rupees, then the price value. So the price is one span id. So here my price of the pizza will be denoted. So I'm giving the number of small pizzas 2, number of medium 2, large suppose 1, and I'm giving 20% of tips, so my order is calculated over here. And the next one I have is to convert the weight into kg and pound. So here I will take the values from drop down menu. So this is how I have to give the value, and then I have to convert kg to lb, lb to kg. So here in the main part of the program, I create this drop down list with option, and then on button click I have this convert function. So what is this convert function? This has enter valid input. Okay, if I don't click anything or don't give any value, then it will show me an error. Otherwise it takes my value from the drop down menu. To take value, we have document dot get element by id from dot selected index. So this selected index will select the drop down value. So I take the values, then again I have document dot get element by id selected index and from and to. So if index is equal to 0 and index equal to 1, so kg to lb and so on. So I have the converting factor, that is data equal to data into this. Otherwise I have another converting factor from lb to kg and kg to lb and so on. So once I'm doing this, I'll get my output over here and it will be displayed. So it goes like this. Suppose convert 1 kg to lb. If I calculate, it will give me this answer. And if I convert, suppose 2 lb to kg, then it will calculate it as like this. So these were some of the experiments of my fifth web experiment. So thanks for watching.